can taste your words. I can taste your I can taste your words. I can taste your I can taste your words. I can taste your I can taste your words. I can taste your
Did anyone else get taken by surprise there a little bit? Welcome to today's AMA live Q&A, whatever you want to call it. It's Ask Me Anything. It's Q&A. It's whatever you want to talk about. Today is your stream, and we've got a lot to talk about as well. Ecamm just released their new beta, which includes a lot of fun stuff. So I'm going to show you a couple of those things today. I'm not going to show you everything, but if you have not downloaded Ecamm, it is the software that I use day in and day out to record videos, to do webinars, live streams, all of the things. Recorded YouTube videos, like I do all of those through Ecamm, and it allows me to add fun graphics. I'm going to show you some of those fun stuff today. You'll get a kick out of a couple of them, and I'm going to embarrass the heck out of myself just demoing it. So be prepared for that. But by the way, if you have not gotten that, if you're a new user, you can get access to their discount for their summer special. Just heads up. But we're going to talk about whatever you want. If you have a question, put Q in front of your question. That way it makes its way into my queue, and super chats do take priority. Sometimes that queue gets kind of long. And if you want to jump to the top of the queue, you're impatient, you got to go, whatever, that is totally fine. Let me make sure that super chat is active, because it is not. Because sometimes when I'm setting up my software, I deactivate it and then I forget to turn it back on, and I just lost my mouse. Can anybody tell me where my mouse is? Okay, I found it. Super chats are active now. How are you all? I hope that you're having a wonderful time. Now, you guys talked about some stuff in during the countdown timer that we're gonna have to address here in just a second. But first, I just wanna welcome everybody. Sammy Superstar, welcome. Holy wow, that is an awesomely large cup of coffee. So I have this thing. Oh shoot, hold on. See, I gotta deactivate. Hold on, I gotta fix the placement here. Okay. So I have this thing with coffee cups. I am not a fan of just regular size. Like, it has to be large. When I saw that Simmel had a coffee cup that was like extra large, I was like, heck yes, like it must be in my hands at all times. It is my favorite coffee cup. So I am a big fan of large cups, because like the small ones, like it's like 2 sips and you're done. Like, what's the point of that, right? Right? Hello from Belgium. 2.5 week trip off from through Slovenia like an hour ago. Oh my gosh, Steven. Well, I'm so glad that I'm honored that you would spend that time with us here on this stream. If I just got in from Slovenia from 2.5 weeks an hour ago, I would be in bed. Just saying. So I appreciate that. Hello, Marco. Appreciate the kind comments that you left on my personal channel videos in the last couple of days. Join the Ecamm fam. I do love it. If you have questions about live video, if you have questions about presenting on camera, if you have questions about big coffee cups, if you have questions, I like big coffee cups and I cannot lie, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I tried, it just failed. But, if you have questions about video tech, as you know, I have a 9-camera video studio over here, and sometimes I like to go a little crazy with the tech. I'm gonna just show you it here. There we go. If you have questions about setting yourself up for something like this, we can talk tech all day long around here. If you have questions about making money through videos, I don't care what it is, whatever you want to talk about, this is your show. All right. I'm not even going to put that comment up on Sammy. Okay. Grand coffee. Yes, exactly. Activate, deactivate sequence. What? Huh? What? I like big mugs and I cannot lie. Oh, dude, thank you. You fixed it for me. Thank you. If you're new around here, do type new in the comments. While we'd love to learn and educate around this channel, our Friday streams are super fun, super community oriented. You know, there are a lot of channels out there that educate around, YouTube growth and around video and all of that. And we pride ourselves around here on community and fun and enjoying ourselves while learning. So that's why you'll see a lot of laughter and a lot of fun around here. So type new in the comments. Let us get to know you. You are not new, Anar. You are not new. Come on now. Okay. Only 9 cameras. Only 9 cameras around here. Okay, so a few things. I'm going to take your questions. Oh, Steward Guide, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being here. Let us know. Are you currently creating content? Are you going live? What are you doing with your content out there? Are you a viewer? What are some of the things that you're creating content around? If so, let us know. We love to get to know you. Okay, so I am going to show you some Ecamm, some of the new Ecamm features, and we're gonna play. We're just gonna have some fun today with those things amongst some trivia. That's the second thing, amongst some of your questions, all of the things. So we're just gonna hop back and forth. We're gonna have a little bit of a casual conversation today. I'm gonna go on mute. Pro tip, before you go live, go on mute. By the way, you haven't seen, I don't think I've worn this in a while. We do have a new merch on the store at your request, including tank tops, which I might be sporting on the paddleboard. Why is it still going off? What's happening right now? Including some tanks I might be sporting on the paddleboard here shortly, but we shall see. Okay. I don't know what you're referring to, but I did not do that. All right. So that's the team giving me putting the questions in the queue, and I don't know where the noise is coming from. Oh, I do know exactly where it is coming from. Let me close that. Got it. Done. Now you shouldn't hear that anymore. All right. So, what do I tackle first? Let me answer a couple questions and then we'll get to the Ecamm demo because that's going to be kind of fun. So stick around for that. Actually, I'm going to start with one piece of trivia. This is a really important piece of trivia. Y'all remember that last week, Paul Dixon, the magical Mr. Paul Dixon, I also have a t-shirt that states how magical he is. But he gave me some fun stuff to play with, and you guys enjoyed trivia last week, so we thought we'd continue it this week. So here's how this works. I'm gonna throw a trivia question on the screen. You're gonna have a limited time to type in A, B, C, or D in the comments in order to answer the question before the question shows up on screen, okay? All right, this is very relevant because those of you who were here during the countdown timer were having conversations around this exact topic. So last week I asked this question and you made Callie very, very disappointed in you as a community. I mean, she is our community manager, and when she's disappointed in you, that's not a good sign. So we're gonna ask it again and see if you have learned. The question is, when you are late to the stream, Callie expects you to bring eggs, bacon, an apology, or cookies. Which one is it? Type A, B, C, or D. You've got a limited time. Go, 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 go. She put, all right, where's it gonna be? We've got an A, we've got a D, we've got an A, we've got a D. Oh, it's either A or D, A or D. Oh, which one is it? It's A. It's definitely A. Electric Eats says. E, yes. Yeah. That's interesting. All of you said either either A or D, except for the E's that I see in the comments as well. This is a bit of a trick question, because I expect you to bring cookies, but Callie expects you to bring eggs. And honestly, you're being moderated by Callie, so you might as well make her happy instead of me. Like, she's the one in charge of the ban button. Just saying, just saying. Callie is making note of those who got it wrong twice in a row. Twice in a row, guys. Some of you were not paying attention last week. It is eggs. A before D, except after C. I like that one, Mike. Callie takes the eggs and resells them. I'm sure she does. All right, you guys, let's answer some questions. Eggs, oh, that's a good point. See, I mean, Cooking with the Carols would know, right? Like that's a cooking channel, it sounds like. Eggs make cookies, so technically we could have both. We could. Bring a chocolate egg with a cookie inside. There you go. That's an option too. I mean, we have multiple options for you to make both Callie and me happy, but I would prefer you to make Callie happier. I mean, she is the one in chat and responding to your customer support emails, as well as Kathleen. So your tech coach in the chat room, you also want to make happy. She just doesn't have any specific demands around cookies or eggs, I don't think. Cadbury egg. All right, Egg Streaming Pros, next channel. All right, let's answer some questions. Sammy said, what are your thoughts on the new Ecamm beta? Okay. So it came out when? Yesterday? Did it come out yesterday or Wednesday? I have played with it a little bit. Hiccup. I've played with it a little bit, and I love the things that they're adding to it, things that have been long awaited and long asked for. So that's great. And do you want to see some of the stuff that they've added? So let me just read this. And then I'm gonna play with this, and then we're gonna get to your questions, which I see the queue building up. Again, remember, Super Chat takes priority over whatever I'm doing. But the list of things that Ecamm released, and those of you who are not familiar with Ecamm, will you type question mark, just a single question mark in the comments. Ecamm is the software that I use that adds all of the graphics and animations that you see here that produces my live show. So I have a TV quality production with my streams, with my videos, with my podcasts. If I'm doing podcasts, I'm not, but you know, in the Podcast Hall of Fame, so I might as well start one. I don't know, we'll see. I'm not teasing anything. Okay, next question. Or sorry, not next question. I don't know. That's just like so innate in me now. So some of the things that Ecamm released in the new beta. This is beta, and I am using beta. So if something goes wrong, just know I'll come back. but I shouldn't be doing anything that will kill the stream. Add shape overlays with support for linear, gradient, blur, and effects. You have free rotation now of overlays, overlay borders, and rounded corners, which has been here in the past, but now it's for all of the overlay types. You've got a green screen, which for different types of assets, which I'm going to show you because that's kind of fun. And you have blend modes, you have drop shadows, line spacing, which is a huge one that we actually have some stuff coming out for you around. So we'll follow up with more on that. So let me show you a couple of things. So one, you can do, this is the green screen effect. This is the green screen effect. Hold on. Fail. Okay, why aren't you playing? Autoplay. Autoplay. Why isn't my goose playing? No. Your goose is cooked. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Let's try that again. This is the green screen. Nope. Not happening. Okay, we're gonna build it out. How about that? We're just gonna build this out from scratch so that I did move the original file. You are absolutely right. Paul Dixon hit it on the head. I moved the original file. You're absolutely right. Okay, so let me build it out for you so you can see actually how to do it. I'll go into demo mode so you can see what I'm doing, and that way you can see how to build it out yourself. So I'm gonna go to a single camera shot without anything else. Beta goose. No, it appears it's my fault. I moved it into this demo folder right here so that you didn't see all of the other stuff that's on my desktop and download folder. Okay. So what we're going to do is we have this file called Goose. It's just an MP4 file. I'm going to go into the overlays section and add a new animated overlay. And then I'm going to go into demo, and you got to see everything that's on my computer anyway from that. Oh well. And then we're going to open up the Goose file. Yes, we want to add it as an animated overlay. And now we have this green screen video. Now, what I wanted to do was kind of position it a little bit so that he's kind of like at the bottom picking there. And then what we're going to do is go here, and we're going to go into blend mode and choose green screen. And that's just automatically going to remove the green from the video file. Now, we definitely want him to loop. And so we're gonna loop him and we're gonna play. And so when I go from this one to this one, he should now be playing. And you could do this with any video file that you want. It's not a dinosaur. All the puppy means, yes, oh my gosh, right? You're forgiven. Oh wait, did John show up late? Did John show up late? Oh, John. Donuts times 13. My gosh, you got it very wrong. Okay, so this is a really fun one. Is it the most perfect green screen, removal I've ever seen? Of course not, right? Like, we know green screen requires a little bit of effort. It requires... It's cute, isn't it? Requires, when you're doing green screen on yourself, it requires lighting. This is a video file though. So if the original owner of the movie file, or what you creating it or whatever, if they create it in a way that's, the best quality possible, then it should be pretty darn good. What do you guys think about this green screen effect? I think it's pretty cool. I think I can see a lot of things that we can do with this. For example, you've seen us do a lot of animations and green screen effects for holidays. Remember who was around do you remember the Mario the Mario Brothers animation, we had to use a green screen for that. And for specific things, we would still have to do that, a physical green screen here. But you could do a lot of fun animations this way and just add a lot of extra oomph to your videos, to your live streams. Here's the kicker: when you do stuff like this, you actually add retention, right? Live streams, we know people come in, people go, and it's up to you. If you're just doing talking head, you can lose attention very quickly if you're not, an engaging presenter. That's the word. And so, one of the things that I love to help you do is create that presentation style. But one of the things that you can do to add to your effectiveness and your retention and holding that longer is things like this. So that's a really cool, fun one. Now, I love when he shakes his head. I want a goose now. I want a goose. Okay, next up, I should have gone out of demo mode, sorry. Okay, next up is rounded corners on pictures. So like if I brought this in, this is a picture from Yellowstone, and you can see now we can actually change, like the border radius and make that rounded. We can make that squircle. We can make it anything we want, and we can change the amount of radius there or border there. You can rotate it. That's right. We can do this. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Where was that? I'm still learning it. Hold on. Nope, not transition. Thought it would be angle. Tell me where it is. So you can rotate it, right? But this is, okay, real quick, super quick. Look at how gorgeous this was. This is one of my largest, hardest hikes through a boulder field to get to this lake. And I know I'm out of focus there, but a lake within like this just amazing mountainous ranges, but crossing the border there. Now, if live, I wanted to actually change the asset, I could do so by doing replace asset and grab that other asset from here, and it would just swap that out. And so then you can see the boulder field, right? Obviously you would want to do this with much more finesse in your presentation, but if you wanted to do demos and show assets and different things, you can see how tiny I am within this huge boulder field that I had to crawl through. So you could like tell stories and you can show these different things, and you could move that anywhere you want. So there's a lot of benefit to the different things that they're putting in the demo mode. And so I want to, there you go. Okay. Here. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hold on. I killed it. That's okay. So a lot of great things, right? A lot of great things about the new beta. I will be playing with it more. As it releases publicly, I will let you know, of course. Just be careful not to boulder dash. Hardy har. I'm surprised I didn't even know what that means. Wow. JV, I am so sorry. Your super chat didn't fire because I had to turn it off to fix something real quick. Thank you so much for the super chat, JV, for the goose. All right, I'm $11.11. Let me see if I can go scour Facebook Marketplace for an $11.11 goose that I can buy. Not for food. Okay, next up, there we go. Yay! Thank you so much, JV. You are forgiven for being late. And Paul is mentioning you can find videos with green screen on Canva. So if you're looking for resources for fun stuff like that, Canva has those. That's where the goose came from. Shouldn't AI fix all of this ducking perfect green screen cutouts with generative rainbow unicorn horns on their head. We shall see how good AI gets, I suppose. All right, next question. Stephen, what is the ideal? Hopefully Stephen is still with us after his 2.5-week trek through, shoot, where did you say you were going? You were. I forgot. I'm a horrible person. A pocket Cali as well as a real life government. Totally. All right. Next, what is the ideal length for pre-recorded videos and for live streams? Great question. Glad you asked. I stole that from Eileen from TikTok. Anyway, what's her name? What's her name? Ugh. One of my favorite people on TikTok. Anyway. My brain is here, I promise. Great question. What is the ideal length for pre-recorded videos and for live streams? Pre-recorded videos are different than live streams for sure, right? So we're going to talk about them in sections. So pre-recorded videos, the best length for a pre-recorded video is as long as you need to make it to get the information that you intend across, and no longer than that, right? So like, what is the length of the video? It needs to be removing the extra, and it also depends on the type of video, the genre that you're in, the type of channel. There are channels that make huge hits from 45-minute to 1-hour videos that are pre-recorded. They put a lot of effort into those though, right? And so it's not just somebody rambling on for the most part for an hour long like it would be in a live stream. And so the amount of effort, the type of topic, the format that you're looking for, it all depends. It's nuanced based on all of that. But typically speaking, if you're in the kind of how-to, educational, tutorials space, which I think you are, then you're looking at, does it need to be a 3-minute video? Does it need to be a 15-minute video? Does it need to go to 20 minutes to get the information across? How in depth are you going, or are you staying overview? If you're an overview kind of channel, then you're gonna have shorter videos. If you're going in depth as a channel, then you're gonna have a bit longer videos. And so those are some things to consider. The other thing to consider, not fret about, but just be aware of, is that, there are two kind of stats that we're looking at when it comes to our YouTube videos and performance: watch time, and then also retention, average view duration. And so with watch time, the longer your videos, the more watch time you can achieve if and only if, I'm going to say that again, if and only if you can keep the retention. Right? So if you have a 15-minute video and you're holding retention, you're going to wind up with longer watch time, which is beneficial to you. If you have a 15-minute video and they only watch 5 minutes of that, then you're losing audience interest, which is not a good thing for your channel, right? So those two things have to kind of go hand in hand. And so what I would look at is your stats. What is your AVD, your average view duration, or percentage, your AVP, sorry. The average percentage viewed is how it's listed in your analytics for each video. And so if you have like under 50%, if you have like 20, 30%, then consider doing one of two things. Consider tightening those videos up so that they're shorter, but you hold retention. That'll make the viewer happier and want to come back to your channel, which then can increase watch time. That's one way to look at it. Or you can learn to hold retention better, which there are numerous ways to do that, right? So lots of different ways to approach that. Those are some of the important things to consider. Of course, not fret about. Like this next question, actually, I'm gonna skip, because this next question is actually really kind of tied into. So I'm going to skip ahead. I apologize to those who are in the queue, but I want to keep this conversation. Yeah, some tutorials can be 30 minutes plus, right? If people start skipping ahead because they're not interested, it can be a negative sign for satisfaction. And satisfaction is specifically specific to the discovery process, to the algorithm on YouTube. You can make longer videos, just avoid unnecessary padding to make them longer just because you want extra watch time, because that's not necessarily going to happen. Want to keep retention? Throw a goose on the screen. Yes, you are very welcome. Okay, this next question that is kind of related to this topic is from Mark Neves. Mark, are you still here? Type yes in the comments, or here in the comments. I want to make sure that you're still here. I want to know how you keep yourself positive when your channel is not growing. This is a great question. How many of you have had this mental block or this frustration zone when you look at your stats and you see your channel and you're like, it's just not growing and I'm frustrated and I don't know why I'm doing this. I want to give up. Has anyone been there? Give me a me in the comments right now. To be honest, every creator kind of hits that spot at some point. And when your channel is not growing and you're frustrated by that, then see all of these me's. Guilty as charged, me, yes. Everybody has felt that. So you are not alone, Mark. That's number one to consider. You are not alone. This is a community full of people who are doing similar things with you as you. And what I want to step back on, I can give you all of the growth tips in the world. We could go there. I do that all the time, right? We're talking about retention and watch time and all of these different things. And there are a bazillion places on the internet that you can find growth tips. But what I want to take a moment to step back on is the reality check of why you're doing this, right? Is like when you are frustrated because you're not growing, you're focusing on vanity metrics, most likely. What are the subscribers, right? What are the subscribers? How fast is it growing? How many views am I getting? All of those things. Those are vanity metrics at its core. And while those things obviously kind of showcase results, they're not necessarily the results that you need to be focusing on. Subscriber counts don't actually matter. They're vanity. The people pay attention to them, yes, but they don't actually matter. Why are you doing this in the first place? Are you doing it to build a community, to connect with like-minded individuals? Are you doing it to help and support people in some way? Or why are you doing this? I want you to tap into that and be aware of that so that you can approach all of this content stuff as from a mentally healthy perspective. When we think about burnout, this is something that I have experienced multiple times in my career, whether it's been me burning out and blowing things up and having to start from scratch again, been there, done that, or if it's from forced time off, I can't create, right? And then I'm burnt out because of that or whatever. Like, this burnout process is a factor that I am super passionate about helping you avoid. And that starts with your mental awareness of why you're doing this and staying true to that, even through tough times like your channel not quote unquote growing. What are the things that you can attach value to that aren't numbers? Well, for me, when somebody puts a comment in there that I've really helped them, that is super valuable to me. If I can help one person in a day, oh my gosh, like that is what I live for. If I can impact that person's perspective or business or channel or whatever, that is what I truly do this for. And that holds my mental state in a healthy place every time I start to go like, ugh, right? Like, but why? But why isn't it? It's frustrating. It can be super frustrating, right? So, I just want to kind of go back up here. I see a lot of other me's coming in the chat room that you all have been here, done that, felt that frustration. Me, but it's 100 times my own fault. So I take short breaks and come back strong. Yeah. And, this is something that I hope to speak to a lot more in the near future around burnout and around the mental health state of creating content. It's just not something that I think gets talked about enough. 25 views is a coffee shop. Yeah, and this is a good perspective, right? 25 views is a coffee shop. If you were sitting in front of a coffee shop full of people, would you be happy with 25 people there? 100 views is a town hall. 500 is a club. 1,000 is a big club. 5,000 is a civic center. 10,000 is a small arena. When we put that into perspective of real life situations, we can start to see the impact that we are actually having versus the perceived value of that big number, right? And so I think that that's a really important perspective shift that everybody needs. Are we doing poll? Are we doing a poll? Oh, never mind. That was a totally different conversation. Okay. I'm always baffled by the fact that I get less views than my subscriber count. That means not even the people that are subscribed are watching the content. Shouldn't the number always be higher than the subs? No. Most of your subs, this is why subscriber count really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Most of your subscribers are not actually watching your content. You have viewers and you have subscribers. Your viewers are the people who are finding you via the discovery process of the algorithm. Some of them are going to be your subscribers. Most are not. And you can find that in your analytics. You can see each video or per channel how many of people are watching that are your subscribers versus not subscribed. Now, you can do things to get more people to subscribe, of course, but your main goal is views, not subscribers. And there's a little bit of, chicken and egg there. I get it. You have to get a certain number of subscribers to get into the partner program, et cetera, et cetera. But from a mental health perspective, from a staying strong in the long-term process of content creation game, we've got to start shifting our perspective on that. That's all. Yeah. I love thinking about it this way. Good. I'm glad that I'm hitting home with some of you. I see a lot of people are like, yes. My followers on Facebook shot up from 5K to 18K over a week. I had a couple viral videos. Now I'm struggling with format to keep subscribers. And that's a really good point. I really want to tap into this. This is really important. Most people want like this big viral hit, right? And when you get it, it can actually be not more detrimental, but it can be a more frustrating process. If you do a collaboration, if you get a viral hit, if you whatever, and all of a sudden you have all of these views and all of these subscribers, the next question is, what are you gonna do to keep them, right? Like, how are you going to keep those people? Because most people will follow or subscribe based on one thing that they saw. But how are you building loyalty? How are you building channel and personality connection in each thing that you do so that people want to continue watching, right? And when you have one format that hits and then you go back to your normal format, sometimes that can be very detrimental to your growth. And so I'm glad that you brought that up, Electric Eats, because I think that that's a super, like everybody wants like all these numbers and all these viral hits, when in fact, most people don't know what to do with a viral hit. It's just the matter of fact. That means I usually speak to a town hall. Yes! There you go. I love that perspective. Yes. Whenever I attempt to make a sponsor deal of some sorts, they usually ask for subscriber count as well as view count. Yes. Subscribers, excuse me, matter in terms of deals like that. Like that is shifting. It is your job when you're talking to sponsors to showcase the value of your audience to them. It's not just about views. It's about what can you, for example, I worked with a sponsor once and I went to them and I was like, hey, here are stats of the amount that I have sold of your product on Amazon over the last 6 months. It was a lot of money. I don't remember what it was. It was something like $60,000 or something crazy like that, right? I have, just by mentioning it in videos, I've sold $60,000 worth of product on Amazon from my videos. That speaks much more volume to them than my subscriber count, right? So you can do things to shift the conversation with them and prove value within your audience that isn't based on just view count or subscriber count. On my channel, 50% of views come from subscribers, but only 4% are clicking from the sub feed. The rest are clicking on the home page where it doesn't matter if they're subbed or not. I had a question for you guys, actually. Do you browse through the home feed or the subscription feed? Did you know there was a subscription feed? How do you browse YouTube? Just curious. You are very welcome, Cooking with the Carols. All right, next question. Wait, hold on. I want to finish this conversation, then I'm going to come back to questions. I just thought that this as a whole was a really good set of questions there. Oh, I love it. I love it. And if you haven't gotten the Ecamm on their July discount, it is their summer discount. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Yes, if you have a question, Judah, definitely put a Q in front of the question. Super chats do take priority if you want to jump to the top of the queue. I'm kind of going in the order that I received them. Okay, I'm just seeing if there's anything else on this particular topic. I don't know what poll is going on, but you guys are seeming to have some fun without me, but that's okay. All right, so you do both. You do both, home feed and subscription feed. Home feed, home for entertainment, sub for learning, subscription feed, search. I don't use the sub feed. Home feed, pretty much recommended on my desktop. You show up when I open the app, okay. I guess that's home feed, yeah. Home feed is the default. And then you can browse to the subscriptions feed. And I think that that's one of the reasons that we don't have as many of our subscribers actually, I don't think everybody is super aware of the subscriptions tab. And so sometimes that may play into how many of our subscribers are actually watching our content. Don't know for sure, but that's kind of what, I guess. Keeping the tab open all the time and just watching it for new. Well, Dave, we know you keep open all the tabs. From the creator liaison, here's exactly where you find that: analytics, traffic sources, and see how many people watch your videos from the sub feed. Usually it's single digit, like he was saying earlier. Ours is, it depends on the video, to be honest, but if you look at the channel as a whole, you'll know how many people are watching as subscribers or just viewers, and that is something to be very, very aware of. I miss videos from channels I subscribe to all the time, so it's not intentional. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Didn't know there were different kinds of feeds. I don't think that that's super obvious to a lot of people. It was kind of news to me recently as well. So next question. Wait, hold on. Before we kind of shift topics, let's do another. Oh yeah, and some people don't have notifications on. Remember that. I certainly don't. Yeah. Let's do another trivia question. What say you? Oh, celebrates 44 months of membership. Jennifer, Soul Moons Rising, thank you so much. Question, ocean or mountains? On a side note, we need more member icons for us OG peeps. All right, well, Mr. Paul Dixon, I'll let you absorb that one. But the question being ocean or mountains? For me personally, everybody answer that in the comments. Ocean or mountains or something else? What is your happy place? Mine, I love the mountains. I love the mountains so much, but definitely water. Any moving water of any kind, whether that's like the Columbia River that I live next to or the ocean. If it's a pond, a creek, a big creek would work for me. The ocean, definitely, if I had to choose over mountains, I would choose the ocean because the water is my actual, like, absolutely happy place. Somebody mentioned my tan. Yes, I've been spending a lot of time outdoors. I went to Yellowstone for 2 weeks, spent a ton of time in the mountains. But yeah, I've been on the paddleboard and out in the water as well. So that, you know, I'm Italian, so I tan very easily. You'll see that disappear as it hits fall and winter, unfortunately. Or maybe I'll just go to Hawaii and stream from there. We'll see. Let's see, who else? Everybody's chiming in on this. Hold on. Oh my gosh, so many of you. Wait, I'm having to scroll so far back. Okay, mountains, Mike says. Andrea says ocean, girl after my own heart, mountains near the ocean. That would definitely be my choice, right? Like, I love where I live because I get the best of both worlds, the Pacific Northwest. But if I could have mountains and ocean, I'm a happy girl. Ocean for the win, mountains and lakes. Beach, okay, rivers with mountains rising above them, like my picture earlier, right? Like what we were talking about. Billy Ocean, I don't know what that means. That's a pop reference culture going over my head, I'm sure of it. Mountains, ocean, snow, okay, fair enough. I can never answer this question. I have no idea, but I guess if I had to pick, then I would pick the ocean. That's how I feel. It's like, I don't really want to pick, but if I had to, it would be water, for sure. I love both. Hardest question ever. Water, beach, ocean, in the mountains, even better. Yeah. Oh my God. I paddleboarded in alpine lakes in the mountains. I haven't shared those photos on social yet, but paddleboarded in an alpine lake that's like high up in the mountains. Of course, it's cold, but just like that is heaven. Heaven. Ocean, Baltic Sea, there you go. Snow, I'm a both. Oh, so many. Okay, I gotta move on. Time for another trivia question. Yes, I'm sorry. Okay. So many great comments. Okay, next question, trivia question. Oh, that's gonna be such an easy one. I don't know. How did I get muted? How did I get muted on that one? Sorry about that. Which one does he stand for? Go, 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 go. Whoops. Sorry about the audio, but y'all could see it on the screen. So it wasn't that big of a deal that you lost audio. All right, we had an A, we had a D. Those of you who said A are correct. Novice David Hunt. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, next question from the queue. Again, you can ask anything, just put a Q in front of it. Super chats take priority. Any wisdom that you can share in terms of content creation for courses? That's a huge, broad question. That is a massive question. In terms of content creation for courses, I would say the best thing is to make sure that you think through what the audience needs to hear in a structured manner. Oh, that would have been a good one. The live audio monster. I missed that. Oh, well. by all means, get out of here. Go get that massage, girl. Live and muted. Oh my God, that would have been good. All right. Yeah, course creation videos are an in-depth topic. However, the first thing you start with is structure, and adding, making sure that it's structured in a manner that is easy for people to go through and consume. Renee, how happy are you that your managers, editors, and editors limited can now create shorts? Wow, this is like, what's that word for like when you drop a question just to like get like promotion. How happy are you that your managers, editors, and Editors Limited can now create shorts and community posts, update playlists, and comment as the channel in the YouTube app? So this is a new permissions feature that I did not tell you guys about yet. Sorry, this may be why you dropped this question. So now, and I don't have all of the details off the top of my head, but now you can have your managers. So like Callie and your tech coach, our managers, our community managers who have access to manage our channel, they can now comment as themselves, and they can create shorts, they can create community posts, they can update playlists without accessing my account. And so that's a really important permissions feature that was just released, which is fantastic. They're gonna do that in the YouTube app, but now Callie could go in and do a reply with shorts, for instance. I'm not asking you to, Callie. I'm just saying you could if you wanted to. And so they could, I'm guessing that's part of it. Is that correct, Renee? Like a reply with shorts? I'm assuming if you can do shorts, I'm assuming you can do reply with shorts, but they could do community posts, playlists, and just engage from their own account as opposed to like she's in there as live streaming pros, Callie is. And so, she's having to access my account. So if you want some separation between that, then that could be a really powerful feature for you if you have a team or at least one moderator or manager. All right. Next question. Andrea, if I schedule a video on YouTube to be released at a later time, but I share the link earlier, how will that affect YouTube stats? Is there any disadvantage to that? That is a great question, Andrea. And I don't know that I know the answer to that. So I'm going to ask the creator liaison, Renee, to chime in on that if he has the answer. My thought is that, if you're sharing that unlisted link, then that view will still count. I don't know that it would, like if you're getting a lot of views ahead of time before you make that public, it might not help in terms of like YouTube seeing a lot of activity around that. Okay, no, it won't affect stats. Nothing is counted until it goes public. Does that mean nothing is like all the views prior to public are not counted, or they get counted as soon as it goes public? I'm guessing that's what you mean, that second one. Yes, the view will count, but discovery process won't change. Okay, fantastic. There you go. Thank you, Renee, for chiming in on that. Andrea also asked if oh wait, that was the same question. Novice, in your experience, what is the minimum amount of subscribers a YouTuber had when they got a sponsor, and does the category of content influence it? That is a wide variety. Like you don't have to have a certain number of subscribers in order to get sponsorships. However, it is a nuanced conversation, right? So the if your audience is engaged, that is the most important thing. Thank you so much, Anar, for the super sticker. Pink umbrella on the beach. Hopefully that's pink umbrella and a drink on the beach. But yeah, so if your audience is engaged, if you can prove that they are going to take action on the things that you ask them to, that's when you can get a sponsor deal. I mean, at a reality, from a reality standpoint, that is possible. And it also depends on the type of sponsor you're going after. Big companies, like let's just take Microsoft as a big company, right? Like if you were to ask Microsoft to sponsor you, they're likely not going to sponsor a smaller channel unless it's a smaller channel that is specifically geared towards the audience that they're trying to achieve on a particular product, not as a whole, or Coke, right? So the key thing here with sponsors is big companies have big ad budgets and they're looking for the most impressions with the least amount of work. That's just how they work, right? And so they're gonna spend a lot of money in places that they can get a lot of impressions quickly. The smaller companies, if you're looking for a more targeted, sponsor for your audience, that would be a super good match. Those companies typically have smaller budgets, but they're more likely to spend with smaller channels. Does that make sense? So that's kind of the start of that conversation. There's no minimum. It's nuanced in terms of what type of content you're creating, what type of sponsor you're going after, and how engaged your audience is. Okay. Oh, Mark, are you? I feel like Mark is late. Maybe watching like the back. All right, Brian. Do you know of a way to switch back and forth between YouTube accounts when trying to leave a comment? A lot of my subs are on my personal channel, but I'd like to comment with the business channel. So, question, why? I'm just gonna sit here while you answer that. Drink my coffee. My coffee got cold. I guess an hour later it would. Darn it, I need to warm it back up. I'm not a big fan of like room temperature coffee. Is anybody else? But Brian, I guess my question would be, why are you trying to do that? My assumption is that you were trying to move people from your personal channel over to your brand channel. And the question then becomes, are they going to recognize it as you? Right? It doesn't do you much good at all if they don't recognize that it's you responding to their comment. You gain a lot of loyalty and a lot of benefit from them commenting on your channel and them knowing that you, the host, has commented back. That's engagement from the host, and that creates loyalty. If your brand channel is very obviously you, then that could be okay. But in terms of switching back and forth, you would need to just go under your login for your brand channel. Then you would just need to go to your personal channel. I do this. I've had to do this with my own my own personal channel and professional channel. Just go there under the login of your brand channel and comment as a viewer, like if you were as a viewer. Or you could put one option would be to make that make the channel a manager of the other channel. That could be an option. I do need Callie. Why aren't you here in studio providing me with massively hot beverages all the time? Hello, DEFCON. Nice to see you back here. My guitar band is Chasing Sound, but my personal account is this one, Brian. I feel like they won't find my business account if I'm commenting with my personal one. Oh, are you not putting content out on your personal one? If you're not putting content out on your personal one, is that the case? Then I would always, if you're only putting content out as Chasing Sound, right here, then only log in and comment under that. Now you're talking about, did you say mobile? No, you didn't. Okay, so yeah, there's no reason to use your personal, There's no reason to use your personal channel to comment. You just need to make sure that you're logged in as your brand account, as Chasing Sound, and then you'll be able to comment. If there's something not happening there, then you might reach out to Team YouTube on that if it seems like a bug, but you should be able to do that. Okay. I don't really do iced coffee. I'm trying to learn. I have done iced coffee. That's not true. I have done iced coffee, but it's like iced, not room temperature. Like, nah. What is your advice for people just starting to live stream to get found in the first place in all the noise? We have tons of content around that, Jeff. And also our accelerator program might be beneficial for you because that's what we help you do. That'll be opening up here in the next month or two. But as an overview, make sure you're strategic in your live streams. The thing that people do not do well with live is treat it as a discovery process, right? So live streams are really good at engagement and community development, and they can be used for discovery. However, you also might want to integrate some other discoverable content that isn't live streams so that they can find you. That is one way to grow, and then move them into your lives for the engagement factor, for the deeper relationship. So I have a video that I'm working on around this topic that'll come out soon. So keep an eye on this. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I think you are, Jeff. But yeah. All right. You guys, we are going to put our dancing shoes on. Are you ready? Have you put your dancing shoes on yet? We're going to dance this baby out while we roll those beautiful bean credits, and thank all of our YouTube members for being a support to this channel and to this team. We put a lot of effort into providing great, valuable content for you guys, and I appreciate that you appreciate that. All right. I love you guys. Put those dancing shoes on and let's dance this baby out. That didn't work. I tested it earlier. It worked fine. Let's try that again. And take two.
Honey, I got what you want. Give me all of your love, 'cause it's burning hot.